Hello. Hello, JoyScore fans. My name is Marita, and today with Susan Phillips, we'll talk about vegetables and greens. And let's give me a couple seconds to add Susan. Just a second. There she'll be there just in a couple seconds. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Susan? Susan? Please join me. Accept. Invite. You should. Susan, I am waiting for you. Hello, Susan. Susan. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Susan. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry.
Hey, guys. Once again, my name is Marita Daugst and this is Susan Phillips. We both are JoyScore fitness experts, trainers. We do a lot of training things, and if you go to JoyScore app, you can find a lot of exercise workouts. But today we will talk about vegetables. And as you know, if you everybody wanna feel more fit, more healthier, and just to add exercise will not gonna help you. It helps a little bit, but if you really thinking about what kind of foods you are eating, that can really help you to get better, healthier, look more fit, and lose some weight. And you're gonna feel great if you really think about what you are putting inside your body, because that is very, very important. And today's topics will be greens and vegetables. And I will let you students start, and then I will add what it comes from me. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I wanted to add on to what Marita said about being aware of what you put into your mouth. So some of the things we said before was to put your fork down between bites. We said
Yeah.
that. And the other thing we also said was when you're having a conversation with your food, is it crunchy? Is it sweet? Is it soft? Is it sour? Is it salty? Is it hot? Is it cold? So sometime, maybe once a week, ask yourself what you're putting into your body, because that's one of the good ways to start adding vegetables, because they can add a whole bunch of different textures to food, excuse me. So when we talk about vegetables, I wanted to say that we're not going to talk about the starchy vegetables, which are corn, rice, wheat, and potatoes. We're not going to talk about white potatoes because everybody in America eats those already.
Yeah.
So we're going to add different other vegetables, and we're going to talk about ways to add different other vegetables to your diet. And so first of all, I want to talk about root vegetables because they've been getting a lot of attention for the microbiome. Beets and sweet potatoes and turnips, and I think rutabagas, but I don't know about rutabagas, but I do know about beets and sweet potatoes and turnip greens. Turnips are on the root of the turnip green, but beets are very sweet, and you can chop them up and put them and add them to a salad and different things like that. And so are sweet potatoes, but turnips are not as sweet. Turnips are more of a tart flavor. They don't have a lot of flavor, but they don't have the sweet flavor. So I wouldn't add those to something that I wanted to sweet. So in Chinese food, they have a sweet, a sour, they have four tastes that they try to get in: sweet, sour, what is it? Sweet,
hot, spicy,
spicy, and the tart.
hot.
It's the other flavor. Oh God, I'll think about it. But it's
That's okay.
not sour, but it's acrid. It's more where you have that, like a dandelion greens. I have that flavor. So when you're talking about mixing vegetables or mixing things in, you might think about, what do I already have? Like I was thinking, one of the things that people could do is you can have frozen vegetables, you can have fresh vegetables. If you don't want to, if you're not a real vegetable person, you don't want to just have a whole plate full of broccoli, or you don't want to do that. One of the things you can do is you can get frozen broccoli, and you can add it at the last 5 minutes to the food that you're already cooking. You can
Yeah.
and you can add in. And if you let the frozen broccoli sit out for like 3 to 5 minutes, it's very easy to chop up and very easy to do. And it's in a bag. You don't have to use the whole bag. You don't waste the broccoli. You can do that. You can do that with green beans. You can do that with asparagus. They have riced cauliflower. You can add riced cauliflower as a pasta extender in your food. Like you can have some pasta, some riced cauliflower, so that you're adding more vegetables. And you can add a little broccoli in with that if you're adding pasta. Like if you're having macaroni and cheese, at the last 5 minutes of your macaroni and cheese, take your macaroni and cheese, take it out and put it in a pan and mix vegetables with it. So you're having cheese broccoli, which everybody loves broccoli with cheese on it. So macaroni and cheese, you know, start adding vegetables. You can add spinach to it. You can start making more vegetables to begin with. So you don't just have to have a plate full of broccoli or a plate full of spinach and put it on the table.
Yeah.
You can mix all kinds of vegetables together, and you can mix vegetables and make a stir fry. That's kind of how I cook. I take broccoli, I take spinach, I take broccoli and spinach, and then I do bok choy and green beans, and I'll mix them all together, and I may put a little sweet potato in with that. I'll put dandelion greens in it. Like if I do dandelion greens, I use a little sweet potato. I chop up sweet potatoes because dandelion greens are very that acrid. They are that flavor. They're very good for your digestion, but a lot of people don't like the flavor of them. But if you the sweet with it, like you chop up a sweet potato and mix up a sweet potato with the dandelion greens, then it's really good because you get a little sweet and you get that whole Chinese thing that you get going. So I really think that adding vegetables to your diet is not that difficult. And one of the things, like the other night, we had a friend come over and she said she was going to bring the salad. Well, she just brought 2 bags over and threw it in a thing. And you don't have to spend a whole bunch of time. Like you have baby spring mix, you have baby spinach, you have all kinds of things. You can get baby romaine that's already chopped up. You can take a bag, throw it in a bowl, and then add a little bit of baby spring mix, a little bit of spinach into it. You can add, you can chop up green peppers or red peppers if you want to and put them in there. And you have a whole salad, and the only thing you've chopped up, and it's probably taken you 10 minutes, and the only thing you've chopped up has been your green peppers or your red peppers. I think people are looking, especially working mothers, they need to figure out easy ways to make vegetables happen in their diet, because you're working hard and the last thing you want to do is make a whole pan of vegetables and put them out and nobody eats them. So I think really mixing the vegetables in with your food is a really good way. That's very they mix a lot of vegetables in. I don't know in Russia, but we lived in Japan for a while, and so I learned how to do all those mixtures. And I'm certainly not an Asian cook, and I don't know how to do any of that, but I just mix them all in and put them in the pan, and we get out, and I have lots of different vegetables. Another microbiome, if you're looking at foods that you want to get a lot of variety, like when you're looking for the microbiome, the more vegetables you can get into your diet, the better. The more vegetables you can get in your diet, the better, and the more you can get. And I'm not talking about wheat and rice and corn and potatoes. I'm talking about green, leafy, artichoke. The more of those you can get into your body, the more they're prebiotics and the more they feed the good. And that's one of the, especially things like beets and those vegetables. But so I think it's really important now that they're looking at things like that you can do for your children. Like once they, if you take antibiotics, and most people in our culture all have taken antibiotics, then you need to really start feeding the good bacteria in your system and taking that on, and it helps you be healthier in your body. Life. So I'm really for finding ways, and I think when you're doing it, experimenting and finding what works for you. For me, chopping up vegetables is not so hard. I don't like to do a lot of different pans. Like I don't like to have cream potatoes or this and that and all this. I just like to have one pan because I don't like to wash them. So I just chop up a whole bunch of different things and throw them in the pan. But onions are really important for your body. Garlic is really important for your body. These are things that you can do that really help your body and your children's body to heal and to fight off. Like garlic is wonderful for you, and
Mm-hmm.
to fight off. But people have to get used to that. So mixing it in with other foods and stuff like that is really important for your family to do that, because I think anytime you add something new to the diet, you need to just do it a little bit at a time, because people are really funny about the food they put into their bodies. And my experience, the other thing I was going to say is herbs. If you can't add, you don't want to do a lot of different vegetables, add herbs into your microbiome. Those
Mm-hmm.
also count, like oregano, basil, thyme, all of these things. They all have different properties. Even if they're dried, just think of ways to get different greens into your children's diet. If you can, chop them up, put them in a blender and chop them up and make a dressing for your salad.
Yeah.
You're adding all these different things for your kids' diets. I think,
Mm-hmm.
and those things are not too hard to do. The children aren't even knowing they're getting those flakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean they don't. So you can even take a bottle of dressing and then add some of those things to it. And
Mm-hmm.
so that you're putting those things into your children's diet, because I'm really a believer that the more you do that, the better off your body's going to be in the long haul. That seems to be that the free meal, the free deal is vegetables. That is the biggest free deal going. The more
Yeah.
you put down your body, the more they can do it. And so now you want to talk about your green drink and how that
Yeah.
works for you.
I was just, yeah. Um, I will tell you that too. Yeah, but I just want to add to those vegetables you explain. Then the best benefits you can get from the vegetables, the darker your greens are, like spinach, kale, it's better than like regular lettuce. Like personally, me, I even don't buy regular lettuce. I don't buy them because I am, my house is full. I always buy the biggest box of the spinach or kale, and I use that big box for 1 week because I am eating every single day full full handful, like big handful of spinach I eat every day, and I find out how to do it. And then about those other vegetables like potatoes, like that white potato regular, this is, yeah, that's the cheapest one, but you should think about it, then what you want to put your body the best, and your darker the vegetable is, that is better, like purple or red, those potatoes, they like sweet potatoes, they will be more nutrition in those than like regular, that plain potato. Yeah, and the same carrots. We can buy like many colors of carrots. I usually like in Trader Joe's those colorful. It's like I think 3 or 4 colors: white, regular, and then this one kind of like dark, like almost purple and red. It feels like, oh, is it even carrot? And they are, oh, sorry, birds. Sorry. Yeah, and I just want to tell you then, if you have a choice, please pick up those darker greens and more colorful vegetables. The same paprika, right? There is like green, yellow, orange, and red. Of course, it's nice to mix them up. It looks pretty in your dish, but I would always go with orange or red. But it's just my choice. But that is like more color. That would be more nutrition in that vegetable.
Yeah,
And
more.
what I want to say about that green green shake, I think I already told you before in other live shows. But anyway, I will repeat again. That's so easy to, if you don't like that green, if you like your kids, like, no, I don't want to eat those, spinach, you just throw in the smoothie. It's so easy. And I even froze those spinach, but if I cannot make all those fresh, the box, I just half I eat fresh and half I eat just frozen. I just froze them, and whatever I need, I just pick it up, big handful spinach, put in that smoother, that and put some frozen banana or regular banana, not frozen, or any kind of sweet berries. You could put with mix with pineapple, any some kind of sweeter mango, like, which is again a more sweet, and you don't even feel that spinach taste. It looks a little weird colors sometimes, you know, especially you can put some protein powder in, and it depends of the color, and sometimes the color is like pretty crazy. But anyway, that's how easy you can drink those, and kids would like those. Everybody likes. I don't know one person who would not like that that smoothie with some kind of fruit and with spinach. That is perfect. How to add those greens in your diet. And I just recently find out how to make kale chips at home. Just dry kale, pull apart and put in the oven. Maybe a little bit spray the oil, and if you want some little salt or some kind of spice. And then, like in 20 minutes, you have kale chips, and just chip, 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 and kids would eat those like in like 2 minutes. They will be gone. And that's again some like idea how to introduce kids with the greens. And something else what I want to say for like moms, we said moms are like, yeah, busy and this, and kids who don't like those vegetables. You can kind of trick them. You give them the plate and makes maybe some star, you know, shapes, or say some like funny names. Oh, this broccoli will gonna do this or that, or this carrot will do this and that. And the kids like those kind of interesting things. You know, if you make the plate a little bit more fun, put some berries somewhere, and they like to kind of play with that and at the same time eat. You can play some games, how to eat this or that. It's like so many things how you can kind of trick the children mind to eat those vegetables. And in the school, I think the same. If you see, you know, if those, okay, let's not talk about that. But like in my thing, like I want to say, we should eat vegetables as our life depends on them. That is so important, because the vegetables, the greens, especially greens are kind of like medicine to your body, how your body feel, and your body will gonna recognize very fast that good food. Maybe you will not at first like it, but if you still keep feeding yourself with greens and good veggies, your body will recognize that, and the body will gonna ask more and more and more and more, and you will feel way much better. You will look better. You will be easier to lose weight if somebody needs to lose weight. If you are starting with a fitness, that will be like good combination with your fitness and good food. And just remember that good food, that good vegetables and greens, make this habit, not just because I have to do, because somebody told me to do, but make that habit. And as often you can, please eat your vegetables. That is like so important, and you will gonna feel how the vegetables affect your body. I personally love vegetables. I really do, and I love my greens. And by the way, I want to say something about those microgreens. And when you make those sprouts, oh my God, those are even better. Of course, you can buy in the store, you know, those sprouts in those little boxes when you sprout your some kind of seeds, but you can Google or find out how to do by yourself. Those are extremely good nutrition, and those even better than in I think I read about Brussels sprout seeds. Of course, Brussels sprouts to eat. Oh no, broccoli. To eat broccoli is good, but if you sprout the broccoli seeds, oh my God, those are like crazy good, crazy healthy. I want to try. Maybe next time or sometimes we can talk about it. But just yeah.
And my green drink is not sweet because I have
yeah. Okay.
So I use in my green drink, I use like a lemon, a half of a lemon.
Mm-hmm.
My green drink, I use cooked collard greens because I have a thyroid issue. So kale, raw kale for me is for me. But cooked kale, I can do and I freeze it, and then I can put Anyway, it's bad for my thyroid. So
Mm-hmm.
cooked collard greens and steamed arugula, which are very
Mm-hmm.
calcium. And I think that the greens, you can, if you experiment, everybody for themselves. You
Mm-hmm.
figure out what you need for yourself. And mine, I make mine spicy. I put a hot
Mm-hmm.
I put a little, and I put lots of herbs in it, and I really like it in the morning. If I eat sugar in the morning, then I crave sugar all day long. So I find that for my breakfast, I have to have things like I can't have a lot of sugar for
Mm-hmm.
breakfast. So, but I have found that the green drink like that is a wonderful thing, and I look forward to it that I do it, especially now that I add cooked collards because I don't know why I really like them.
Mm-hmm.
Sour. Mine is all sour. So, or tart or whatever the taste is. And if you don't like that flavor, then the most important thing is to eat them, is to find a way to eat them and enjoy them and to share them with all that. And I do eat romaine lettuce, but I mix lettuces. I do, and I use baby lettuce mix, which is all dark. But I
Mm-hmm.
mix lettuces because I like the crunchiness of it all.
Mm-hmm.
I do that, but I mix it all up, and I
Mm-hmm.
more variety, I figure the better you do is that. I do think iceberg lettuce is not the best for you if that's the only vegetable you're putting down your body, but I probably wouldn't recommend that. But it's not, anything is better than nothing.
Yeah, of course, of course, of
It's
course.
a really good place to start, and there's so many options out there. I can't tell you how important it is to not force your children to eat Brussels sprouts that are just, steamed Brussels sprouts. Take them and chop them up and put them on something and mix them in with your food. And
Mm-hmm.
extending, you can actually extend your food, and then everybody gets a whole different variety of stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe your kids will surprise themselves and eat it.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that the idea of, just making vegetables available to you so that you can grab handfuls and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
great idea. So you're not, I think the hardest part, there's so many options now. The hardest part for working moms is, like I see people who really want to lose weight, but they don't feel like they have 15 minutes to make a salad every day.
Mm-hmm.
I can get a handful of spinach and a handful of this and pour a little dressing on it. And
Mm-hmm.
you can add that in. But
Mm-hmm.
that's the important thing, is to take that 5 minutes to do that. And I think it's really good
Mm-hmm.
out to people that it can be as easy as that in today's world. I mean, it's not like you have to go out and wash the salad and do the whole thing and
Mm-hmm.
dirt off the salad. It used to take a while to do that, but now with the way they prepackaged stuff, you,
Yeah.
you can make it within 5 minutes and walk out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Add a handful of nuts to it. You can add a little chicken or fish to it and have a whole
Mm-hmm.
you've had that's not full of, you know, hamburgers and all kinds of,
Yeah.
it's really awful. You can take responsibility for your own food behaviors. Anyway, that's
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, and again, in uh, how to, if some people don't like raw vegetables, and that's fine. You can always, of course, if you're cooking, there is, like, depends of the vegetable, you will lose something, like maybe C vitamin or something, but it's still better than you would not eat at all. It maybe then you will eat a little bit more that cooked vegetables than like fresh, but anyway you will get something from that. But it's good option is, I like to roast, on barbecue or just in the oven, just to roast, and you don't fry the vegetable. That is again like, okay, I will just fry it. No, that's again, you are adding that bad oil on that vegetable. That's will not, better to add some nuts to your vegetable to get some fat, or avocado to mix it up. But try to stay away from fried foods, like in period, like nothing fried. I personally, I don't eat fried foods. I'm telling you, I am not eating fried, those French fries. Somebody ordering, always putting in the front. I said, sorry, I don't eat them. I know they taste good in the moment, but for me, I feel that very bad aftertaste, and my body doesn't take good that fried food, like anything, like meat or potato, whatever it is. And I know at the moment it's fine, but after that I just like, oh, it's just not what my body wants, and I already know that, and I just avoid that.
So what I hear you saying, which is wonderful, Rita, is you have a conversation with your body about
Yeah.
which I think is really the first. I mean, it's such a good step for other people to
Mm-hmm.
be saying this and to take that step where they go, you go, like, I can't eat sugar in the morning. I had the conversation with my body that if I
Yeah.
eat in the morning, like, even if it's like, fruit, like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
protein like that, like high sugar fruit, I will crave sugars and eat sugar all day long and I don't feel good. But
Mm-hmm.
I have that conversation with my body, and Marita has a conversation with her body about potatoes. And
Mm-hmm.
so, really looking at this, that we have this conversation with our bodies is a really good thing for you to have with your own body. Like, how do I feel an hour after I eat this food? How do I
Mm-hmm.
feel in the afternoon? Like you said, I have this aftertaste. I have all these problems. And so you're like, that's not a good food for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when you start having that conversation with your body that you're having is such a great way
Yeah.
for people to start making food behavior changes. Just one little at a time. Just add one vegetable a week, even if you don't eat vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah, just anything you can do. Add herbs, add spices, add things into your body so that your body gets to feel,
Mm-hmm.
gets to have a different conversation. Yeah, with itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this was pretty good conversation about how to make some choices and food, what you are taking in. And thank you so much, Susan. And this conversation wasn't for JoyScore. And if you want to more learn about many kind of tricks and everything, workouts and some other things, you can download JoyScore app and find out that there are more things and advices. And check this Instagram account too. And we will come back maybe in a week or something about something again something different. Okay, thank you so much, and that was it. Thanks. Bye.